Hi. I don't know if this is the right way to do this. Okay. How are y'all doing? I'm trying to pull it up on the tablet so I can see it. Bia Bia! There's the Bia Bia girl. Long time no see, Bia Bia. Alright, now we good to go. Alright, let me see. I'm hot. It's hot as hell. Alright, you been doing good, Bia? I'm good, Shavina. How you doing? I ain't shuffled no cards in a while. Alright, Do Many. I passed Monday's interview. They told me they will schedule a second interview, but it's still not scheduled. Do they schedule it? Hey Matt, how you doing, baby? Thank you, Bia. Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords. I feel like they will schedule it, but there may be more than one person that gets a second interview. Y'all don't look at my crusty fingernails. The struggle is real, okay? But yeah, Seven of Cups, King of Swords. I feel like they will schedule it, but there may be more than one person that has a second interview. It's going good, Matt. Just working and living and paying bills and doing all the things. I hope you're good. Okay. Bia says, does Amir miss me? You're welcome. Hey, usual life is better than something bad happening, Matt. Hey, Actions, how you doing, baby? Alright, does Amir miss Bia? I hadn't been live in so long, I figured my channel was probably buried at the bottom of y'all's notifications. Hey Teresa, how are you, baby? Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups reversed. This person is trying to do that thing like the, what is that, Theo Vaughn? Have y'all seen the little baby AI? And he's like, turn off for me, can't swim. If you can't swim, honey, I mean, the earth is 80% water. So if there's a tsunami and you trying to get on my back, bye, bitch. I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I hope to God y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups reversed. It's like they probably deep down do miss you and they're unhappy about the situation because the Ten of Cups is reversed. But they're trying to be in that, you know, I'm doing me, I'm doing well, I can pay my own bills, wipe my own ass, tie my own shoes, cook my own food, I got this. But deep down, I feel like they probably are hurt about the situation. Mark knows that video because I sent it to him. I mean, the earth is 80% water. How you doing, Mark? And you trying to get on my back. I ain't nobody floaty. Theo Vaughn be making me crack up. Okay, Shavina. I cut things off with Sean. He struggles with money, and I feel like I have to be responsible for him while I deal with my burdens. Did I make the right choice ending things? So let's see what comes out, Shavina. You're welcome, Bia. Alright, let's see. Hey, Zahia. How you doing? I ain't your floaty. Ain't nobody floaty. If y'all haven't seen that, it's so viral that it'll pop up. If you just type in baby Theo Vaughn can't swim, it will pop up and you will laugh your ass off. I need to share it on my community tab. Alright, Shavina, did you make the right choice by ending things with this person? Eight of Pentacles, Star card, you absolutely did. Your message from Spirit is to hold on. With the Four of Pentacles, hold on to your energy. Pentacles is time, effort, money, consistency, all the things that builds a 3D world, right? So with the Star card and the Eight of Pentacles, the reason why you feel called to cut this person off is because they're struggling with money. And you are doing the best you can with your own money health. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you got to look out for you first, because you can't be any help to anyone else if you are not help to yourself. But yeah, this was absolutely something that you need to do, because you're actually learning boundaries and healthy, like, don't feed something that is gonna put you in a spiral, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you made the right choice, but it's not an easy choice. I'll put it that way. But yeah, Shavina, that's the way I feel. Like, you made the right choice. And Teresa, you do not have to donate. I promise you, I don't mind giving you a reading. You've given me a reading before in Mark's channel, so we can reciprocate it. I can do a reading for you. I'll be glad to. Like, I promise you, I'm not just saying that. Hey, Maniza. We can just swap it up. You know what I'm saying? You already got me a reading before, so I can give it back to you. You can ask whatever you want, and I'll pull you a mini reading. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, because it's basically like you've already paid for your reading. You've bought me one. If you just post your question and I'll pull you a spread. And anybody that wants the free questions, I'm going to go ahead and do her reading, because she paid for it technically already. She bought me a reading the other day. But Shavina, you're actually changing frequencies. That doesn't mean that the guy that's bad with money is a bad guy and you're a great guy. None of us are perfect, right? We all do shit that we need to work on. But it's just saying that your energy and their energy is no longer a match. It's not like you gotta feel like you're higher up than them, you're on a better timeline than them, or I try to tell myself that I'm not on a better timeline, I'm not a higher vibration, because then your ego gets involved and you start to think you're doing better than the next person, when we all got shit to work on as long as we're human. But it just means that whatever patterns that they have going on, at one time you probably related to it because you had the same thing. But now you're at this point where you're breaking those destructive patterns. So when you break a pattern, you're no longer a match because you are what you hang around. Oh, I'm not a victim. I am not a victim. You can go. Get out of my channel. We ain't feeding that in here. Bye. I already blocked you one time. That should tell you right there not to come back. In Jesus' name, I rebuke you, Satan. I'm not doing that today. I got too much grown-up shit to worry about in my life. I ain't even gonna feed it. So don't even try me. All right. Exactly, Shavina. You got to focus on you. You can't let people bring you down. When you're climbing the mountain, they like to throw shit. You know what I'm saying? I zapped her because I don't want nobody going live and talking crap about people that come in my channel. I don't like that. She knows better, and she knows exactly why I did it. Even if she can still hear me right now, I hope so, because she knows I have a good heart. All right, Teresa, do you mean like in general, like whatever comes out? Okay, let's see. I feel like we could have soul connections with animals. Maybe not everybody, you know, but I'm just saying in general, because some people be treating their animals like kids and stuff. I've never been real attached to animals. Like I had one dog I used to love, and she died like of old age or whatever. I'm sorry, Dan. I just can't deal with them being ugly to my friends. There's a right way and a wrong way to have like conflicts, and it ain't by getting online and trashing somebody who hasn't been saying anything about your name. The video I heard was basically like, if you meant this towards me, then this. But if you didn't, I'm just venting. No, why didn't you go straight to that person? Because if you'll do that to that person, you'll do it to me. Thank you, Dan. I just don't like that. That's just... All right, let's see what Teresa gets. That's right. So we're gonna pull some energy cards and see what comes out. Dan said he had to pull up. I know, I hadn't been live in a freaking month. When people start to have conflicts, I'm not talking about no specific person. So if someone gets offended, fine, but they have too much time on their hands. Hey Jasmine, how are you? And we can't be trying to give people advice about how to do things better in their life if we're not the same example. I'm supposed to sit in here and fuss back and forth? How'd that make me look? You sure can, Matt. You do you, Teresa. I don't expect no sort of, like, you to do any sort of thing. I just know that Mark has helped me a lot over the last few years. When I say help me, the power of Mark has not made my life better, but he has helped me see my own abilities to make my life better. And there's things I can point to in my reality that have changed tremendously over the past couple years. And he's never made me feel like he was trying to get over on me or anything. So I just, you can support anybody you want to, but me and Ann, we've been friends for like a few years, and so I would think she would come to me, but if they didn't come to him, how do I know they wouldn't do the same thing to me? Like, what the hell? Justice? Page of Wands, Eight of Cups, Fool reversed. Okay, the Hierophant. So for whatever wants to come out, with the Justice card coming out first, like that's the most important message of the reading. This is about how you can basically come back to a sense of equilibrium within yourself, because you could be feeling sad or down or off balance, right? So how can you do that? You can be in the Page of Wands energy. So the Page of Wands is not a very dedicated, it's not going overboard. So an example of this would be someone who hasn't exercised in 20 years. That's me, okay? So what did I do? I decided to start exercising 10 minutes a day. And I've been doing it for a couple weeks, but that's the Page of Wands. This was my random idea. I stuck with 10 minutes a day. Now, if I'm over here like, I'm a personal fitness trainer, they would laugh at 10 minutes a day. And they would be telling me to do a whole lot more. But me over here, Big Back Marley ain't exercised nothing but her flapping her mouth. So this is just saying that, take it slow and do things you enjoy. If you have a random idea, get you a journal and start randomly, just do it in a childlike way. Come up with things. Reiki session, that's fine. Anything that's like an idea for you in a childlike way that you can pursue. It's not going to immediately fix the way you feel internally, but it will help you reach equilibrium if you keep at it. And try not to think more than a day ahead. Whenever I'm going through something, I try to just basically wake up in the morning and kind of like be present on this one day. Tomorrow's problems and troubles and sadness will take care of itself tomorrow. Basically just stay on this current day you're on, being present with the Hierophant energy, because that's a spiritual card. And the Fool reversed. Don't overextend yourself. Don't expect too much out of yourself. Don't make yourself feel like you have to commit to certain obligations if you're not ready, and don't be too hard on yourself. So an example would be like if I said, okay, I'm going to exercise 3 hours a day now. I haven't exercised in 20 years. Would that be smart? I'll most likely quit if I try to commit to something like that, right? That's the energy. It's saying that eventually, Eight of Cups, you will walk away from the emotional turmoil or detach from it. And you'll get to a point where you can look back on your pet or whatever else may be causing sadness in a way where you can like enjoy the good times. But maybe you're not ready for that yet. It just happened. And we're all human and we have human emotions. And we're sad when we are attached to a person, place, thing, or relationship. So yeah, if you're sad and you start to cry, don't force yourself to be happy. You're human. So go ahead and cry, but then grab your journal and get some ideas together. You know what I'm saying? Be like loving towards yourself as you would treat someone else that's going through something. You will look back on it, let's just say 6 months from now, a year from now, right? You'll look back on this and it'll still be something that you didn't enjoy going through, but you'll grow through it and you'll say, okay, I remember when I got the cat and it was so cool that I named him Jackass, and that one time whenever he was playing with that toy and it was funny. You see what I'm saying? You'll get to a point where you look back on the good times with the animal. You're just not in that, it's just not time yet, right? So you just got to do small steps back towards equilibrium. Page of Wands. So yeah. So that works, Teresa? Okay. All right, I did Teresa, so whoever else wanted a free question, just let me know. Because if y'all probably didn't want to wait on me because I'm slow as shit. That's what Emily wants when she gets 16, is a freaking, the little doodlebug car. All right, does B have romantic feelings for Zahia? All right, Matt, you'll be next, baby. And Muniza, you'll be after that. Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is F-boy energy. So if they have interest in you, I feel like at least in the current moment, this is not something you should pursue, because they're not going to be like a person that's good about following through on their word. And Knight of Wands reversed. You might hear from them today and then it might be 10 days before you see or hear from them again. They're very like sporadic. They're not dependable. They're not good at following through and making a commitment, getting to know you and building a foundation. They got Knight energy in the reverse. So they may have interest in you, but it's very fleeting and flighty. And I think it's part of who they are more than who you are. Okay. All right, I did Zahia. All right, general for Matt. A general reading for Matt. You're welcome, Zahia. Teresa, I normally don't do a list. Like, if you want to do it because you're bored and you have fun doing a list, I don't care if you do it, but I normally don't, because sometimes I'll get paid readings in the middle, and then the people that are waiting will leave. So I just be random with it. I know it doesn't have any rhyme or reason to it, but I done got where I, you know. But thank you. All right, general for Matt. And then Muniza, I'll get you next, baby. 2 of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I don't know if you have a romantic person around you, Matt, but the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, let me just say it this way, since this is a general, if it's not romantic, there's someone that you're going to be spending time with, at least like family or friend, but this is someone that is emotionally nurturing, and they're just as good for you as you are for them. It's a mutual connection. So if you have a good friend in your life, that Spirit is saying it's very nurturing for you to be around this person. If you have someone that's interested in you, it looks like it has potential. And if it's just someone you're spending time with in terms of like your family, it's just a mutual emotional bond that's good for you. It could even be like a mom energy or an aunt, Queen of Cups, but the 2 of Cups is with it. So I can't help but think to say that if you need to know if someone new comes around, just being around them and interacting with them is very good for you. All right, Muniza says, any positive changes coming? I am divorced. Maddie got some woman around. Matt said, where the hell is she? Hey Dan, how did the doctor appointment go? I think it was a yesterday doctor appointment, but I'm a terrible friend, so I waited a day before I asked. You're welcome, Matt. All right, any positive changes coming? Muniza, 7 of Pentacles reversed and 3 of Swords reversed. Right now, you're probably in a bottom, feeling like you're in this bottom out energy in terms of, am I ever going to heal? But the 3 of Swords reversed says, yes, you will. The main thing that you need to know that's temporary is your lack of drive, energy, or motivation towards new things. I feel like the key to the positive changes coming is no longer put your energy into anything behind you when it comes to being divorced and all that. Because the 7 of Pentacles reversed. No wasted efforts. Efforts in terms of time, attention, all those things coming from us, money, anything like that. Don't invest that energy into anything that's behind you in terms of what you've tried to move on from, even if it comes back. And a lot of times it doesn't show back up until we've picked ourselves up off the floor and we're a little bit renewed and better. But I do feel like, yes, the main thing is that you will heal. Give yourself 6 months, take it one day at a time, get a robotic affirmation, something very simple that you can remember when you start to feel down. Everything in my life is wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? And think it on repeat. When you're just feeling down, when you're going to take a walk, if you start to feel down, keep it simple and keep it like, I'm focused on today. And if you get lost in that energy and you focus on today, tomorrow you focus on that day, the next day, 6 months will fly by and you'll look back at how much you've grown. So the key is to be grateful for whatever you've been through. The divorce, people that have left your life, people that did you wrong, whatever the things are, right? If you're grateful for whatever happened, then you've transmuted the energy of whatever that thing is. It just takes a little time, but you will do it. And you are on the right path. As long as you don't turn around, you'll be fine. Just know this too shall pass. It's just not a fast process sometimes. Okay. All right, let's see where I was. Jasmine Lily. Hey, Rita Hall, how are you, baby? I'm good, thank you. You're welcome, Muniza. All right, Jasmine. My brain done lost Jasmine. Oh, will I advance to the next round of interviews with BCG? Okay, Dan. Always helping Mama cook supper. Dan, he's got that husband thing down. Hey, Barbie. Dan said the appointment was very good. We gotta find us a husband like that, Barbie. Ten of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles, I would say yes, but then you got the Ten of Swords. Let's see. Is this person going to get their second round of interviews? Hermit, Lovers reversed. It's possible because you got the Queen of Pentacles. I can't say no about a job and you get the Queen of Pentacles upright. But it also feels like you may not get this second round, but you'll get something else. Maybe from a whole nother interview. But something that's going to provide stability within your, daily life with the Queen of Pentacles. But the reason why I'm like iffy about it is the Ten of Swords showed up. So maybe. I give it a maybe. That's the best I can do when it just feels iffy. But the Queen of Pentacles says you're going to manifest some sort of opportunity that provides you with stability and finances. So if not this, at least something else. You're welcome, Jasmine. All right. Safae. Are you in here? I don't know how to say your name. You got little bows on your screen name? Just lean into it, Rita. Whenever we start a new job, it always tests our patience. I say, give a new job before you decide if it's a bad for you thing. Give it like 2 or 3 months because you got to get comfortable in it first. Before you give it 2 or 3 months, your brain's going to be screaming at you that this sucks, Thank you, Mark. I got on subscribers only modes. You like it, Barbie? It be stressing me out. Okay, she says she's here. Please, should I say yes or no to a work offer? Even it's not that good, like too low for my degree. All right, you want to just know, is it a good idea to say yes to the offer? Let's see. We done messed around and I let it get dark in here. Y'all probably can't even see the cards. That's a little better. Barbie, I feel the same way about that. You said you're afraid to even try looking for another husband. Me too. I ain't never looking for another one. Go ahead and post it, Rita, and I'll do it after this one. Because I never do them in order, really. Six of Cups, the World reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune. I think yes, but I feel like it's a stepping stone energy. Because the Six of Cups is like the sun in Scorpio. Something about this is like the universe has got you on a path to go to a certain destination, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, this is part of the path. You're going to be destined for greater than whatever this position is because you got the Ten of Pentacles. That's something that provides you long-term stability. You can build a life with it. So this just feels like that thing before you get there. Or maybe an example would be you take this offer and you meet someone at the job that gives you a level up somewhere else. Or you work at this job and then you start applying for new things and you get something that's like better than you could imagine. I do feel like it would be a good idea to take this position, but it's like a stepping stone. Okay, Rita Hall. My question was, will I be able to finish orientation tomorrow for my new job? You're welcome. I'm just going to call you S because I'm scared I'm going to mess your name up. Oh, just for the first day, Barbie. After the first day, you're like, F this job. F this job, bitch, I quit. F this job. I don't really like this shit. I know you don't really do that. I'm lame. Y'all know that little short on TikTok? F this job. F this job, bitch, I quit. F this job. I don't really like this shit. It's been a whole process with the new job, LOL. I'm curious if I'll be able to actually get started. You got the Ace of Cups popped out and the Four of Swords. There may be other things you have to, like more hoops you have to jump through after tomorrow, because the Four of Swords and the Four of Pentacles came out together beside each other. But the Ace of Cups says you can do it. You can finish it. This is a new beginning, an opportunity of some sort. So yes, but there's more to it than just tomorrow. You got more stuff than that going. Hey, Bri, how are you, baby? Long time no see, chickadee. Yes, but there's more to learn than that. There's going to be more to it, more hoops to jump through. Just look at it as an opportunity to learn something. I know that's easier said than done. Me too, Bri. I'm just over here just riding the wave, man. You're welcome, Rita. I probably ain't been live in a month. I need to get my life together. You've been fighting tooth and nail, huh? I just feel like, you know, the harder you fight, the more you stuff pops up to fight. So it's like, release. You too, Bri. Good day. Good day to you. You can post it again, Yasha. I've been hassling with starting this job, but then having to do more for weeks, it's getting tiring. They say I have the job but won't talk to me and tell me what is going on. That's right, Barbie, one day at a time. You just gotta take it one day at a time, Bri. Look how far you come already. That's right. I never quit vaping, so I started exercising, you know. Pick your battles, bro. Alright, let's check. Yasha, should I put, let's see. Am I soon moving to the U.S. within 3 to 5 months? Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like there's going to be financial problems or things that you have to accomplish to get it to happen. So it's a very slim if that possibly could happen, but most likely no, not in the time frame you're asking me about, because the Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles reversed. It feels like either effort or money is blocking the way, at least within the next 3 to 5 months. All right, men's. Will M reach out or contact me again soon? Will M reach out or contact men again soon? Ace of Swords reversed, Three of Cups reversed. I feel like they're going to resist any sort of, like even if they have an idea to reach out, they're going to resist that urge. So I don't think they're going to contact you anytime soon. All right, May Lee, will I get the job at McKinsey? Hey, LaBelle. Will May Lee get the job at McKinsey? The Star card, the Fool reversed with the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're getting in your own way energetically. That's so annoying to hear somebody say that bullshit, by the way. I get it, but this is just what came out. You have the ability to get this job because you're this Star card, right? The biggest star on the whole card. You stand out in terms of your abilities, but you allow fear to hold you back or keep you from showing that in some way. I feel like you're more worried about it and pushing it away. It's possible, but work on how you're perceiving the idea of getting the job. I feel like that's the only thing getting in your way. Something to do with you and fear and anxiety and doubt. But the potential is there for you to get it. Sounds like you're reading my life story, Maylee. Okay, Jen, will the engine light get fixed tomorrow? I hate car trouble, Jen. You're welcome, Maylee. Car trouble sucks. Yeah, it don't sound like they act, because my car light was coming on and it was acting really weird, but before the light came on, I could go ahead and tell it was acting weird. But when I took it up there, the light wasn't on, so they couldn't find anything wrong with it. When the light finally started coming on, it was acting so bad that it was like it was trying to cut off on me. And it was a sensor they had to fix. So there may be some sort of sensor or something like that tripping the light, and it's making your car mess up. And they just reset it without fixing whatever the light's coming on for. Sound like they skipped a step, like Matt said. Like they just like reset it, but if they would have fixed the problem, the light wouldn't have came back on. All right, I'm checking, Jen. And you know what? You know how I figured out what was wrong with my car? This might help you. So I'm definitely not a mechanic, like, bruh. We know that by these orange pajamas I got on. With these oranges on there. No mechanic would ever wear these. But anyway, it was driving me so crazy because I knew something was wrong with my car. It was like it was stalling when I stopped, but it wouldn't turn off. It would just like stall or idle rough. And the light would never come on, so they'd be like, there's nothing wrong with it, ma'am. I'm like, I know there's something wrong with this car. So I started Googling like the make and model of my car and the symptoms. And I went to Reddit and I was like describing everything because my RPM gauge would just set on 0 right after the light came on. That was one of the main things I remember. But the engine was doing fine in terms of like, you could hear the RPMs, but there was no juice to the gauge. It was like the gauge went out. So I put all the symptoms in on Reddit with the name of the car, and then I found a thread where someone said what sensor it was. And I like told the mechanic, I'm like, I think it's this sensor, you know, but it ended up being that. So you might be able to like research whatever your car's doing, if it's like making any certain noise or it's acting funny or whatever, and maybe you could see, or just put like most common reason the engine light comes on, blah blah car, and it might show up something. Hey, Miss Bikini. All right, let's see if they're gonna fix it tomorrow. I'm hot. Yeah, because the first place I took it to, I remember the light wasn't coming on and they couldn't tell me nothing, so I took it somewhere else. You might want to take it somewhere else too when you do it the second time, unless you've already paid them money. The Fool card and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. You may end up having to take it somewhere else, Jen, because the Fool card is about doing something new, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed, like based on their work. Eight of Pentacles is a work card. It's in the reverse. Like they may not be good at doing this work on your car, or like the type of car you have, this may not be their cup of tea, and you may have to try a new place. So you might want to try a new place if you want to get it fixed tomorrow. Whoa, Miss Bikini. You done got out there and washed everything? You're welcome, Jen. All I did was 10 minutes of exercise and I felt like I earned sitting down. All right, LaBelle. Will ATZ and I be in a relationship? Jen, you might want to go somewhere else if you can afford to let it go. Because honestly, you could probably go to like a O'Reilly's parts store or something and they might hook it up just to see what's causing the light to come on. Because those guys, they may be trying to skip working on it because you bought it from them. Like they're trying to get out of doing some work. You see what I'm saying? So you might want to let a new set of eyes look at it. Even if it's just a parts store, they can hook it up to the little machine. I agree with Matt. Don't give them any money. Hey, Zoe. All right, LaBelle. Will ATZ and LaBelle be in a relationship? Nine of Wands reversed, Knight of Cups reversed. Not anytime soon, because this person's emotionally unavailable. And if you're talking about a healthy relationship where you're both emotionally open and available, this person ain't in that energy. It looks like they're emotionally codependent. That don't mean they're a bad guy, because everyone in this room has been emotionally codependent at some point in their life, I promise you. But yeah, Knight of Cups reversed. They're like emotionally unavailable. So a relationship is not likely while they're in that energy. LaBelle laughing their ass off. You know it's true, girl. We all have let a person outside of us determine how we feel. You know? Hell, I do it all the time, especially at work. Thank you, Miss Bikini. I'm with Matt. If they put parts on it and they do not work, do not pay. Oh, y'all want to know something funny? I was on TikTok and I saw this little viral thing where you take a picture of yourself and then you hit the plus button and it'll give you a sound. And so I took a picture of myself and this sound came up and it's like, I work and I don't have no money. You had to be there. It was funny. All right, Zoe, am I soon going to visit New York? I'm right there with you, Tanya. Miss Bikini, I'm sorry when I do that. I don't mean to. I work and I work. I don't have no money. Fucking shit, I'm broke. We work and we work and we don't have no money. I spend it all on aloe water. You know what I read the other day? I don't know how true it is because you never know if it's true on the internet, but I read that aloe helps grow back like damaged cells in your body. I'm like, all my cells should be good. I need to do that. And Mark, I swear, Emily has to show me every time. I know it's simple. I'm going to do it when I get off here. It's just go to the inbox thing, but I guess because I'm not used to TikTok, she always pulls it up for me. That was my dryer, y'all. Thank you, Matt. I got you hooked, Miss Bikini, on that aloe water. All right, Zoe, are you going to visit New York? Eight of Swords reversed, Ace of Cups reversed. Woo, I tied. You can make it happen, Zoe, but it's not going to be something that just kind of falls in your lap. You've got to be really strategic about how you save your money or what plan you put into place. You have the ideas in your head. The Eight of Swords reversed is like a realization or, an idea, a sudden urge to do a certain thing. You see what I'm saying? If you act on that, it may not be fun. So what could that be? That could be getting a second side job for you to make money to go to this place. Seven of Swords, you got to be strategic. Hold on. But Six of Wands, you can make it happen. You can do it. So you can do it. If you want it bad enough and you're strategic, you can make it happen. Ma'am, you had come over here, so look at you go. Kick it with Jay. And my dryer sounds like I need to get up out of the bed at 5:30 in the morning, like alarm system. Hey, Dreamer. Thank you, Jay. I'm doing it right now, baby. She's like, hurry up, bitch, and quit talking. Here's a $2 for your yes or no, so you'll go ahead and give me a card. Shit. All right, is D missing Jay? You know why that D has to make it work with you? I have the ultimate mom joke. Because together, y'all are a DJ. You can't break up DJ. What? Get out. Emily said, Mama, get out. That was a good one. Oh, Lord. Jay said, oh, God, I need to take my $2 down the road. This bitch is nuts. Marky said, hey, friend. She said, hey, friend. Two of Wands reversed. So that's a decision being made. So there's some stubborn energy, regardless if it's a yes or a no. They're stubbornly standing on whatever this is. Is D missing J? Ace of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. I don't know if you said something to this person that made them feel some type of way, but they're more focused on that than anything else. But you did get the Two of Cups, so they have emotions for you. I don't feel like they're in a missing energy, and let me explain what I mean. Think about somebody you care about, right? If they do something to make you mad, are you missing them even if you care about them? Even if you're interested in coming back around them? in the energy of, Queen of Wands reversed, stubbornness, kind of mad about it, feeling some type of way towards this person. When you're in that energy, you're not really missing them, because actually you're doting on whatever they did or said. So I don't know if there's something you did or said or something that happened between the two of you, but they're more doting on that than like an energy of longing for you. So it kind of feels like they're not going to reach out or try to make good on anything until they get out of this. But they do care about you, whatever that means for them, their version of care about you. I wouldn't put my life on hold. You blocked him. Well, that could very well piss him off. That tends to piss people off. But he could be doting on that. You blocked him. Or if you, whatever was said before you blocked him, whatever was done before that, he could be doting on that. So I feel like not missing you energy. It's more of a being stubborn and standoffish. Intentionally. You got to try it, Mark. If you lived where I could just drop ship it, I don't know how that works in Bermuda. I would literally go online and order you a case of aloe water and drop ship it. This is the absolute best brand ever. I should be like a spokesperson for these people. That's pretty. If this brand ever goes out of business, I'm going to have like a week-long mourning session. That's right, Jay. And try not to like hold on to any bad feelings towards them, like even if they're doing that to you. Because at the end of the day, all it does is bring your energy down, like as you're doing your daily stuff. If they come into your mind, just be like, I love them for who they are. I'm just going to let them stay over there. I know they love me too. And just keep it moving, like mentally do that. Just so you don't like harbor anything that brings you down daily. Hey, Fiona. Fiona is here. Thank you, Miss Bikini, but you didn't have to do that. You know it, right? You can post your question. Miss Bikini said, if you have time. Hey, Claudia. I hope you have a good night, Claudia. Thank you for coming in. I missed you too, Fiona. I've been on my bullshit game for the past month. Like, I'd be like, well, I've been posting on my channel every day, like a short that's 30 seconds long to tell y'all the meaning of the cards. That's the way I like justify it to myself, you know? Y'all know the vibe when you're in denial. I be doing that. I missed you too, Fiona. All our cool little talks and chats about TV shows. You watched on Miss Bikini? I be hoping I do good when I try to do it in a way that when I do them little shorts, the reason why I truly do them is because I wish somebody, when I was like accidentally learning tarot, it would have been nice for somebody that I watched to give like short 30-second clips. Of course the cards can mean all kind of things when they're like mixed up with other cards, right? But whenever you just like wanting to learn a general idea of what it could be, it would be kind of simple, right? To have somebody just kind of break it down like that. Because when you read online what the meaning is, it might be like 50 meanings. White Princess. It's a history show. I'm about to screenshot it. Is it on Netflix? You can post your question, Miss Bikini, unless you put it on the, you might have put it on the Cash App or the PayPal or something. If you did, I'll go over there and look, but if not, you can post it. It's on Stars, but you can find it on YouTube. It's a history show. I love history stuff, like old-timey stuff. Oh, okay. Miss Bikini got to say if you have time. She want to make sure you have time, or she ain't even gonna ask. Y'all know what I saw the other day? I always shake my leg, and they say that if you have like, everybody has trauma, right? But the shaking of your leg thing, it can be like your body's in overdrive, your nervous system's in overdrive, so that's the way it's coping with it. I thought that was cool. Dan, you should have turned it on all cold and just went to the shower. All right, my question is, I'm driving to Spokane this weekend, and I want to know if this trip will be enjoyable and healing, or is it going to just be problems after problems? My cousins and their kids will be there, and my aunt and uncle. I'm taking the big truck and camper. I'm driving 4 hours in this thing. Thank you, Claudia. They're a Walmart special, girl. $12. Like, I don't even buy clothes. I be wearing the same stuff because I have like uniform work shirts or whatever and jeans. But I be buying pajamas. I have a pajama collection. I think that's a hobby of mine, to see how many pajama clothes I can acquire. Thank you. Emily picked these out. You gonna be driving the camper by yourself for 4 hours? And so when you get there, the cousins and the kids will be there. Thank you, Fiona. Yes, Mark, you have a hat problem. I have a pajama problem. I will admit it. You welcome, Miss Bikini. I know you'll be fine, but that does sound stressful. Is it like a lot of traffic that you have to drive through, like big cities or big towns, you know? Batten down the hatches. You just gotta hunker down and hit the gas. You can do it. I don't get the joke, but I'm sure it's funny as hell if I got it, Dan. A female Hugh Hefner because of the pajamas. I don't get it. I want to get it so bad. I know that's probably funny as shit. I don't even know who Hugh Hefner is, y'all. Off and on traffic. Is Friday afternoon and everybody wants to go somewhere fun. Who the hell is Hugh Hefner? Is he like an actor? Oh, he's the Playboy man? Okay, he must wear pajamas. I'm a female Hugh Hefner. That's hilarious. I knew it would be funny if I figured out who he was. I know who you're talking about now. And he has all them little Playboy blonde-headed women around him. The little Playboy bunnies. All right, Miss Bikini. I was trying to get one to flip out. Hey, AM. I'm doing Miss Bikini's paid reading, and then I'll get y'all. He's the old pervert from the Playboy Mansion, and he's buried next to my Marilyn Monroe grave. He was a good-looking guy. Y'all are funny. Eight of Pentacles reversed. King of Cups reversed. Judgment reversed. The Sun. The Page of Wands. The Ace of Cups. Being around these kids, whether you realize it or not, is actually going to be really good for your heart and soul, Miss Bikini. The Page of Wands can be a kid card, right? Any page card to me is a kid card. And with the sun attached to it and the Ace of Cups, I'm not saying it's going to be smooth the whole way with you having to drive 4 hours in traffic, and it's going to be after you get off work and I feel like work drains you. Even if you have a break between work and driving, just this week in general, going through whatever you've been going through with your job, that like drains your energy, right? So the Eight of Pentacles is reversed with the King of Cups reversed. This is kind of how you're going to feel at the start of the trip, almost like drained from work and a little bit of dread, a little bit of anxiety about the unknown and how it's going to go. But once you get settled in and you get there and you get to be around the kids and the family and all that, you got the Sun card, which is like rejuvenating energy, revitalizing you, feeling like a renewal internally. And whoever the kids are, this could even be the grown family members. It's just a childlike energy. Then your cup will be running over. So once you get there, just remember when you first start out, if you feel like a sense of anxiety, dread, uncertainty, unknown, all those things, just remind yourself that is part of the process, because it's not really the trip that you're dreading. It's more about how your body feels from doing your work. Like your job might get you down in the trenches, and then when it's time to do this trip, you're having to be the one to drive and do all that stuff in the traffic, right? So you're gonna feel just kind of like a sense of unknown, judgment reversed, uncertainty, and then you got this King of Cups reversed. You just feel drained, and it's probably something to do with your work more than anything else. However, if you just get there, you'll be good to go. Like you'll feel renewed at the end of this. So the answer to me would be yes overall. It'll just have its regular hiccups in terms of like the dread and uncertainty of you having to be the one to drive and all that part. But you will be good. Let me see what you said. One of our coworkers is on vacation and I have to cover her plus do my job. And the last 2 days have been awful. That's why you got this in the answer position, the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So that's taking a toll on you, right? Eight of Pentacles reversed. When it's in the reverse, it's like you have more work than you know what to do with. And you can get bogged down from all of your responsibilities at your job. Or whatever work or responsibilities you have in life. King of Cups reversed. So it makes you feel drained, even on an emotional level. But I do feel like this is good for you to do this. So if you're having second thoughts, I feel like it'll be better if you just go ahead and do it, because it'll be good for you to get around whoever these people are. You'll feel renewed at the end. I'm going to give you some oracle cards too, Miss Bikini. Hey, John. That's right. You're going to have to come in here and let us know you're good to go. She tried to give me her job that she's leaving behind tonight to do. And I told her to talk to the boss first. And so she cut that off. She trying to like put all the work off on you. Hey, Adam. That ain't no fun when people do that. Why do grown people do that? Put all the work off on somebody else like they kids. It says, if there ever was a time to follow your passion, now is that time. So, there's the Page of Wands, which is your passion. It can be a kid energy with the sun also. This is like confirmation that the trip is a good idea. I told her to let the boss know and she'll delegate it back to me, and then she cut that off. she knew that she really shouldn't be dumping it off on you, but she was trying to do it behind the boss's back so that way she could throw it off easily. Basically. That's what that feels like. True friends stick together every step of the way. This can even be talking about the family that you get to go see. True friends stick together every step of the way. That's right. True friends stick together. I feel like that. I'm fixed sign energy. If I'm with you, I'm with you, you know? Where are you going to go, Teresa? You said you should go on vacation for a long time. You should take you a trip. I feel like that'll get you, like, if you're in a funk, that might work to get you out. Because it helped me when we went to the beach. And we were only gone like 3 or 4 days. There's Kiki Luna. Speak of the devil. So you may really enjoy it, Miss Bikini. See, you and her could hit it off. The quieter you become, the more you hear. The quieter you become, the more you hear. We basically already have the answers within us, right? And then the bottom says, you deserve the cherry on top. Yeah, Marky can take us to the pink sand beach. Thank you, Miss Bikini. I hope that made sense. So you will enjoy it once you get there. Hey, Liz, how are you, baby? Miss Bikini sent me these cards, Barbie. I have the box around here, right here. They're like little inspiration cards. One of the 100 decks that she sent me. That's why I like to always use them, because they're happy, uplifting cards. Thank you, Liz. You can post your questions, baby. You're welcome, Miss Bikini. Camping ain't my style, man, and I know that's bad because I should love nature, but it makes me feel sticky. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It be making me feel sticky. Hey, Vicky Licious. Liz just donated for 2 mini readings, so if you want a free question, just hang around and I'll get to y'all in a little bit. You're welcome, Miss Bikini. Yeah, you have everything when you have a camper. You can like bathe and all those things. That's pretty cool. I would do the camper thing. I've just never enjoyed the tent idea. Okay. That's more kind of like traveling and having like a little mini motel on wheels kind of. All right, what is coming towards Liz in her careers and finance? 5 shuffles. What is coming towards Liz in career and finance? That's right, Adam. That makes me feel sticky. I like that dad joke. I'll use that one. That's right, Matt. There are ways. Maybe you should just go for a day or two, Teresa, if you can do that. If you're able to do that, just to get out of the same routine of everyday life. Just get away for a day or two. Might help you out. One more shuffle for the hell of it. What is coming towards Liz in her career and finance? Magician card. Eight of Pentacles. Two of Cups reversed. Eight of Cups. Ten of Wands reversed. Eight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to come into this period of working smarter and not harder about something to do with your career and finance. The Magician, he works smarter and not harder, and it could lead to some sort of opportunity or level up. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to leave where you're working or anything like that. It could be as simple as a side hustle thing with the Ace of Pentacles. But see, the reason why I'm saying working smarter, not harder, and like an idea, is because you're in the Magician energy. So wherever you currently are, when you get the Magician card, there's not a whole lot of change that has to take place in your physical world for you to make this already happen, because it's already in play right now. You got the Eight of Pentacles. If you ask about work and the Eight of Pentacles shows up, that means you're already in the flow wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and it's leading to more because you have the Magician. So this is like being at work and everything you touch turns to gold. You get to be put in charge of a project, and then it makes your company a lot of sales. So you get promoted or you get a raise. This is the energy behind it, right? And it's all from whatever is coming from your mental space. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So if you don't know exactly what this is, or you don't feel like it's coming to you, you're already in the energy of it. So get you like a little miniature notebook you can carry in your purse, and any ideas that you have, whether it's at the current workplace or even a side hustle, just jot it down when it comes to you, because you don't want to forget it. I feel like you're going to have some good ideas, some good stuff going on in your mental space that's going to help you touch stuff and turn it to gold. Of course, you're not going to become a billionaire overnight, not that kind of gold, but you get the idea. Like, whatever you touch turns to gold. Everything you have around you is already what you need to make this happen. Sometimes you probably overthink it with the Eight of Swords, but Spirit is saying you already have the mental capacity and all the things in your physical reality to make this happen. So whether it's a side hustle or moving up at work, is something that you can already be in the process of doing now if you just download the idea. If you just get that aha moment, Ace of Swords. And then after you have your Ace of Swords aha moment, you act on it with clarity, Queen of Swords. So that's why I feel like the miniature notebook would be a good idea. Some of my colleagues got a promotion and our evals are done too. Just need to meet up with my boss and see if I get a raise. So you very well could get a raise, because look, Magician and the Eight of Pentacles, that's the closest thing you could have to a raise in the deck, right? So it could be already what's been observed about you. The raise could already be something they've decided already. There may be one person at your workplace that you and them just don't get along. They showed up as the Two of Cups reversed, or someone that you have to interact with to get your job done, even if it's like a customer, not just a coworker. But Spirit is saying don't really dote on that energy for too long. Don't feed it, because the most powerful energy you have is the first card out, which is the Magician. And then after that's the Eight of Pentacles. So you're in the flow, you're in the workflow, and you're already like due energetically for the gains. It's already pretty much been manifested, but the physical reality takes a little time to catch up, if you know what I mean. So it feels like to me you're gonna either have some good ideas, even if you get the raise, don't give up the idea of the little notebook in your purse. Because I feel like you're going to have some good ideas, either to implement at your job or something you might want to do on the side. But whatever it is, you already have the clarity and the mental ideas up in your head, but they may be floating around with some overthinking. So let's just pretend you have 1 million thoughts in your head in a week, right? That's the overthinking. But out of those 1 million thoughts, there's 10 really good ideas. So you see how it can get very overwhelming, all the thoughts coming in? That's why jot it down when you get a good aha moment. Even if you don't use it for 6 months, eventually I feel like it'll be something you can put into play. Because whatever you're touching right now is turning to gold, which can very well mean you're getting a raise. So I feel like since that's already like in motion, which is what I feel like this is, something that's already pretty much a done deal, you'll come back and say, yep, I did get a raise. I do feel like that because it's something that's already coming to you now. So more growth, more stability, and it's all because of what you're doing. So you've earned it as the magician. Sometimes I think it's my coworkers who think I may not be capable for certain projects. So if that's what comes to mind with the Two of Cups reversed, some coworker that thinks you don't have it, Spirit is saying you actually do have it. That could be why the Two of Cups is reversed, because they truly on a deep level don't actually think that. They're more intimidated or feel a little bit of jealousy towards you because of your ability to do whatever this is. So it may come off as they don't like you, but it's actually they're projecting their own dislike for their own abilities onto you. So try not to think too hard into it. Try not to dote on it. Just try to release it. 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Try not to worry about that because you got bigger and better. You got bigger fish to fry over here with your ideas, because you have some ideas that'll be coming to you that could be something good if you choose to act on it with clarity, which is the Queen of Swords. So the raise, I feel like, is already a done thing, but there's also something else here, like a good idea that if you act on it, you'll be glad you did in a year or two. So that makes sense, Liz? All right, I'm going to give you some oracles. I always give you these moon cards for some reason. I didn't know you had a channel, Matt. I bet I'm not even subscribed. If I did know, I forgot it. Oh, it does. Good. All right, let's give Liz some oracles. Look what you got. You got the number 5, growth. Does that not go with the freaking 8 of Pentacles and the Magician? So you're growing at work. Your careers in finance is expanding. It's growing. It's evolving. Keep going. And I'm telling you, the idea thing, there's wisdom on the bottom of the deck. So you got growth. You're going to get a raise, I'm telling you. Something like that. Even if it's more benefits or a bonus or a prize. Something at work, growth. And then you got wisdom. So, Ace of Swords with wisdom says you got some good ideas floating around up there in the midst of all the overthinking that you may do from time to time. Try to jot them down. Thank you, Miss Bikini. I'll have to subscribe to you, Matt. Let me see if I can do it. All right, I'm subscribed. But I wasn't, so I'm glad you said that. Yeah, that link she has in the chat works. Yeah, I got it. It popped up when I clicked on that blue link. Hey, Joanne, how are you, baby? All right. So that was the career and finance one. Let me find a different deck and we'll do your second question, Liz. Ivy, I'm doing some paid readings for Liz, okay? So if you hang around, I'll get you in the end. Oh, that's cool, Miss Bikini. You're going to go live on your trip. Well, I've been doing paid readings for probably 30 minutes, honestly. Miss Bikini paid, now Liz. So, I mean, Jesus, take the wheel. All right, let's see, Liz, what you said. The second question is a follow-up. I'm taking my creative projects more serious now. What is coming towards me for that? I almost feel like I ruined that question for you because I feel like it came out, but we're going to get a whole nother deck. Like, can you not, I told you, you got good ideas in that brain of yours, along with a lot of overthinking. So all you have to do is, thank you, Barbie. All you have to do is siphon out the good ideas from the overthinking, and you got it whooped. Queen of Swords. Let's see what comes out. 6 shuffles. Vicky said, I love reading y'all's chat. It's interesting, LOL. We ain't got good sense, Vicky. Hey, sisters. I didn't even see you. All right, let's check. I'm on Liz's second question. So for anybody that wants a free one, just give me a little bit. We doing 3 more shuffles because I'm just thinking on it and I want something to pop out. What is coming towards you for your creative project? Vicky Licious. I don't know if I ever seen you before, Vicky. Welcome to you. Five of Wands. Ace of Swords reversed. There's your overthinking. Don't y'all love how the tarot can say one thing 7 million ways? So look at this, Liz. This is not bad, so don't think of it that way. I just think it's kind of funny how the tarot is. 5 of Wands can say that, you know, whatever you're thinking about can be oversaturated, but it's really not hard to stand out from the crowd because the oversaturation is not authentic a lot of times. Whatever this creative project is or idea, it can be oversaturated because we have bunches of people on the planet, so that can deter you from trying new things because you'll get into it and you'll be a newbie at whatever it is, and then you get to overthinking it. Ace of Swords reversed with the 5 of Wands. I feel like that's what it is. Even if you're not there yet, as you have these ideas that are truly good, and if you act on them, they'll turn to gold, because that came out in your first reading. It's saying that you may get to the point in the beginning of your journey where, or even now this could be happening, where you could feel like whatever the thing is oversaturated with people already. So what can you do to add to it? But just remember, there's only one human on the planet with your fingerprint, and there's only one human on the planet with your energetic signature. So no matter what the thing is you're doing, you're going to bring your own true, authentic energy to it, and no one on the planet can do it but you. Where people get caught up and lost is when they're not their real self. I've always had issues with trying to be like a people pleaser, like, you know, through my adult life and even my childhood, where I want to make everyone happy. And I've learned as I got older, like I'm about to be 40 this year, and I'm like, you can't make everybody happy. So the one person you got to make happy is the person that you have to like look at in the mirror every day, right? So whenever you get into this project and you start to get, you know, deterred by observing all the oversaturation that you see around you, just remember this reading, okay? And remember that you're the only one that can bring your energy to this thing. And as long as you're willing to set in your authentic energy, you're going to bring something that the whole planet's going to feel. People feel it when you're real. People feel it whenever you're being your authentic self. So that's all that's required for you to make it turn to gold. So just try not, like, be okay with if you start to overthink. Just remember this reading when that happens to you. All I gotta do is be my authentic self, because it's a really good idea and I'm acting on a higher timeline, and I'm gonna pursue this no matter how saturated it is, right? Because nobody can be me. Nobody can be Liz. I know it, Dan. I'm halfway to freaking 80. All right, let's see what else comes out. So we got 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords reversed. Oh, okay, Vicky, you're on a different time zone than me. I got you. Five of Cups, that same energy that I was just saying with the 5 of Wands. Like, you can feel like deterred or disappointed, like once you get into it. Because think about this too, Liz. That's right, you just got to show up. But once you start to get into, like, an example is when I first got into tarot. I had never been around tarot in my life, so I never knew anybody that read. Now that I'm like into tarot, my algorithm shows me tarot readers. And like every time I get on Pinterest, I see tarot decks. I get on TikTok, people are trying to sell me the things to go on the back of my wall, you know, the little cloth things. I can't think of what they're, tapestries. Because why? I read tarot now, so I'm more consciously aware of the saturation of tarot readers. So that could happen to you too. The more you get into it, the more it's going to show up in your reality, and what you're going to perceive that as is, this is a lot of people already doing this. What's the point in me doing it? But actually, it's just the universe mirroring back to you what you're getting into. And just have excitement with it. And don't overthink it. Don't worry too much about it. Just remember, your reality is showing what you're going, like what you're going towards. 9 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles reversed. The Tower. The Page of Pentacles reversed. High Priestess. Your intuition is already pushing you towards this stuff. Knight of Wands, Strength reversed. So there's going to be times when you do this that you feel like you put in more than you get out. Like, example, Liz, is like I went live for like, I don't know, 2 years. No, I went on my channel for like 2 years before I went live. Before I ever got my first personal question done for someone. Right? You put a lot in at first and you don't see a whole lot of results. But you got to keep building. There's times when you might feel like throwing in the whole towel with the Tower card. There's going to be lessons you have to learn along the way. but ultimately it's going to be very emotionally satisfying, as well as your intuition is already leading you there. So I feel like it's something that on a deep soul level is going to be satisfying for you to do this thing. You may even feel drained and quit and wait 3 months and then come back to the drawing board. It's going to be messy. It's going to be up and down. You're going to get annoyed and frustrated, and then you're going to be happy as shit. So it's just going to be like a roller coaster ride, I feel like, ultimately. But the idea is go for it and don't look back, and remember that all you got to bring with you is your true authentic energy, and then you'll be fine. LOL, that's how it's been. Yeah, Tower, man, like fuck this job, bitch, I quit. You know, like not literally your job, but the idea that you're going after. Screw this shit, I'm done. And then you got to learn this lesson over here and how to do this skill. But you got it. This is what you need to be doing. You got to be strategic. But if you're strategic, this is what the Seven of Swords means in this reading. If you're strategic, you get the Star card. You don't get no better than the Star card. Because this is satisfying you on a soul level. That's priceless. You can't put a dollar sign amount on being satisfied with your life on a soul level. That you're on the right track, Liz. Because the side project things, you've got some really good ideas. Basically, it's between the ideas are here and here you are. You just got to act and keep it going. If you've already started, just don't give up. Just don't stop. And you'll be fine. And it's going to get messy, but that's what it's supposed to do. Just laugh through the tears when that happens and keep it pushing. You can do it. And I feel like you're going to get a raise because you got those 8 of Pentacles with the Magician. So you have to come back and let me know. If you get a raise, you got to come back and let me know. That's all I ask. All right. This fell out. Nourishment, the number 7. This reminds me of satisfaction on a soul level. This trajectory that you're trying to go towards is like satisfaction on a soul level. It's very nurturing. This is like the star energy, right? It's healing. It's what you want on a deep soul level. It's what you can't see with your eyes exactly how it's going to work out in a logical way just yet, but you're being pulled towards it. So that's the way you need to go. When you're pulled towards something, that means you need to go towards it. No matter what happens through it all, you'll regret it if you don't, I feel like. That's right, laugh through the tears. Surrender, the number 26, breaking down to an 8. I feel like this is saying that it may not all flow or work out in the way that you have it pictured in your mind. You know, it may take some left turns and right turns, but just learn to kind of roll with the punches with that surrender card. Learn to just kind of give in to whichever way the universe is pulling you at that moment. And I feel like you'll make it through and you'll be proud of yourself because it's something that's already a good idea. You have the meat of the idea already floating around in your head. So you already got it going. Like most people say, well, I have no idea where to start. You've already got the idea where to start. So that part is pretty much in the bag. I've been wanting to do more with my creative projects for a while now, so I said, might as well give it a fair shot. Exactly. Because when you already have the ideas, it's just about acting on it and following through with it. Thank you, Matt. All right, y'all. I'm old, so it's 9:37 and I have to get up early. I go through times where I journal, Liz, and then I put it down and it gets dusty and then I pick it back up. I have a love-hate relationship with my journal. If there's anybody that waited, I will do a free yes or no. Thank you, Liz. That's right, Dan. Got my orange pajamas on. All right, Ivy Society. Let me do their question. Did Jake pass me for our interview today and move me to the next round? You welcome. Thank you. Ivy said, listen, ho, give me my one card. You can ask, Vicky, if we're on different time zones, you can ask a yes or no. You can, Alice. Just let me know when you do it and I'll let you go. Did Jake pass Ivy on to the next round? 10 of Wands. 9 of Swords. 8 of Cups. I feel like no. I'm getting no's. I pulled from both decks. Don't let it be that important. Don't let my reading determine anything, but it does feel like it's a no. So if this person's like in charge of the interviews or something, I feel like it's a no. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Liz. I'm going to be like curled up to that pillow. Me and my pillow, we are tight. We down like 4 flat tires. All right, shoot me the question, Joanne, because I saw you in here earlier. Yes, Alice. Y'all give me a question. All right, Vicky. Mine is, I reached out to P the Leo. Do you see him replying positively? ASMA, I already cut it off for today. Come back tomorrow or the next day, okay? You welcome, Vicky. Good night, Barbie. If I remember seeing you comment before I cut it off, I'll give you the question, but otherwise I'm cutting it out. All right, the Emperor. Oh, he trying to be all tough with the Sun. He may come off as cold initially, Vicky. He's a Leo, right? Is that what you said? I'm looking. Leo, Sun card came out. That's funny. But the Emperor, he is a guy that's like, he's not going to be mushy. So if you're being positively like really emotional and happy and mushy, I don't think that's going to work. But he may respond, but he's going to try to keep it all together in his response. Okay? If that makes sense. I feel like he will get a response from him, but it's going to be a very planned out and meticulous and hold it in and, you know, not letting you know how positively he truly wants to act. He wants to be in his ego a little bit, you know. All right. Let's see, Joanne. You're welcome, Vicky. You got the King of Cups reversed and the 10 of Swords. So I feel like Joanne as a... I'm going to cut them off, Niecy. I'm not going to take any more, only because I need to get off and go to work. If you come back tomorrow, or you can email me and I'll do a reading for you. But thank you. I do appreciate you donating. But If you haven't already sent it, just wait till tomorrow because I don't want to give you a half-ass reading. Ain't the universe hilarious, y'all? I get ready to go and then they be coming in here. She's like, lady, you were at the bottom of my algorithm because you took 3 weeks to go live. Hey, Clara. So, Joanne, I feel like the message to you is with the Ten of Swords, it's like lean into some sort of ending, even if it doesn't feel good. It's kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off when you lean into the pain of something because you're just facing it and then taking it one day at a time. The King of Cups reversed, you may not feel like you're ever going to be ready to emotionally open up to someone, but that's not true. That will happen again. Even like with family and stuff, you may feel that way. You may feel closed off, but it's not really that you're not capable of opening up ever again. It's just because you got a lot of pain going on with the Ten of Swords. So it's normal to feel that way. Try not to mentally beat yourself up. Okay, so is that all of them that was already in here? Oh, yeah, Dreamer. I think Dreamer was in here. Y'all know me. I'll feel guilty if I don't do it, if they were already in here before I cut it off. And Lady T, I know you wasn't in here before I cut it off. I cut it off already. Hermit reversed. Four of Cups reversed. This person does not want a serious relationship because they got the Hermit reversed, Dreamer, but it's not because they don't want a serious relationship with you. It's because of how deeply they know or love themselves with the Hermit reversed. They are not willing to, well, Nisi, if you're still in here, I should let you donate because Alice just donated. If you want to donate, Nisi, I'll let you. Well, welcome to you, Lady T. You got to come back tomorrow, okay? The Lord loves playing jokes on my soul. But Dreamer, back to Dreamer. This person's not ready for a serious relationship because they need to do some stuff internally to get to that point, and they may let this good opportunity pass them by because they're avoiding doing their inner work. All right, Alice, lay it on me, Alice. Matt said, get out, but come back tomorrow because we're friendly. I'm kidding. Matt didn't say that. I don't see Alice's question. I'm going to start playing the Jeopardy music. Dun-na-na-na. Good night, sisters. All right, there we go. Love reading between RJ and I, please. His thoughts, feelings, and intentions. All right, let's check, Alice. Matt said, Marley's too damn old for this. 40 going on 65. Try not to focus on it, Joanne. Like, in terms of being close to that person, just try not to go around them if that's possible. That'll help a lot. If you don't put yourself in the situation to be around them in person, that might help. Thank you, Matt. I choose to believe that. All right, if you're not with this person, actively like dating this person, then I feel like there's going to be a lot of waiting either on your side or theirs. So let me know either way, Alice, because this Seven of Pentacles is here. You just apply it how it goes, okay? First things first, if you're not actively in a connection with them, then you're going to be waiting a while before you get action from them. If you are in a connection with them, you're going to be waiting on them to show up in a very committed, stable way, because the Seven of Pentacles is here. But they do see you in a very high regard. They see you as the Empress. They put you up on a pedestal. They think highly of you. But whoever they are is not someone that's willing to show up the way an Empress deserves. Now, whether you're an Empress, whether you're someone that is high up like they think you are, that's for you to determine. But they're not showing me the energy of being there for an Empress. They're the Seven of Pentacles and they're the Seven of Swords reversed. So this can be someone that can emotionally manipulate you, even if that's not what they're saying they're doing. Yes, we were actively in a connection, but I'm ignoring them. He's waiting for me to reply, but I'm waiting for him to show up properly. So if that's the case, I feel like you're going to be stuck in a cycle with him. So it's like he's waiting for you and you're mirroring him by waiting for a different thing, right? But he doesn't have what it takes to show up properly in the Seven of Swords reversed. And he may end up trying to emotionally manipulate you into coming back, but not changing his actions. He does hold you in high regard, but the thing is, he's not showing up in the way he should for an Empress. So this is only if it was me. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying what I would do is I would just move forward and focus on myself, because this person needs someone that shows up like this. And you know what I'm saying? Seven of Swords is the shit ass card of the tarot. If you keep getting that card for him, the Seven of Swords, whenever it's a person that's not doing like they're supposed to in a romantic connection, they'll lie to get their way. They will manipulate the situation to get the outcome they want, like saying things you want to hear just so they can get you to go out to eat with them. You see what I'm saying? I have no idea. I have no idea about other girls, but this kind of person is not against doing that. Think about this. The Seven of Swords is someone who will do whatever they can to like bend the situation to get what they want. So you really want to be with somebody like that? You see what I'm saying? And if you're already asking me about another person, that should tell you all you need to know about whether you should keep entertaining them. Because if they're showing up in a way where you have to question that, you deserve better. I'm pulling you one card. And if it comes out like a card that's cheating, then okay, but that's it. Because I charge everyone $10 for full readings, and these people pay me that religiously, so I can't do that. I can't do that for you when I don't do it for anyone else. Okay? Knight of Cups came out the top. Two of Pentacles came out the bottom. So this is a juggling energy. So possibly, if he's not actively sleeping with somebody, he could be talking to someone. And if you already feel it internally, then you know the answer. There's the waste of time card under that. So I'm just telling you, you deserve better, and you should let go of this person and rip the Band-Aid off, even if that's not what you want me to say. Because if you want better, you got to get rid of this. You got to make room for it, right? So I would just let this person go. And don't do it in a mean way. Send them on their way with love and let them be a shit ass to someone else. But the Seven of Swords is not a good person to have a relationship with. So there you go, Alice. You're welcome, baby. I love y'all. I'm going to get my fat ass in the bed, okay? I hope y'all have a really good night, and thank y'all for coming back. I thought y'all probably would have forgot about me by now because I'm so dang on my bullshit lately. All right,